याच्या अगोदरच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण ॲटॉमिक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ग्रुप 16, 17 अँड 18 एलिमेंट्स पाहिलेलं आहे. या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण पाहणार आहेत फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ग्रुप 16, 17 अँड 18 एलिमेंट्स. So first of all, physical properties of group 16 elements. In 16th group there is a oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. There are 5 elements. Out of these 5 elements, oxygen is a gas at room temperature. Sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium, these are the solids. So this is about the physical state of the elements. Out of these elements, oxygen and sulfur, these are non-metals. Selenium and tellurium, these are the metalloids. Means these two elements shows metallic as well as non-metallic properties. And polonium is a distinctly metal. At the same time, polonium is a radioactive. All the elements, that is oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium, they show allotropy. And you know allotropy means when element, for a given element, when there are two or more physical forms, when particular element exists in two or more physical forms, then these are the allotropes. You know the sulfur exists in different allotropic forms, rhombic, monoclinic. So these are the allotropic forms of sulfur. So all elements shows allotropes. Then physical properties of group 17 elements. In group 17, this is the actually halogen family. Again there are 5 elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Out of these 5 elements, fluorine and chlorine, these are the gases at room temperature. Bromine is a liquid at room temperature and iodine is solid at room temperature. Then about the color, fluorine is a yellow gas, chlorine, it is a greenish yellow gas, bromine is a reddish brown liquid and iodine is violet or bluish solid. So this is about the color. Then bond dissociation enthalpy or bond dissociation energy. And you know that bond dissociation energy means it is the amount of energy required to break 1 moles bonds. It is the amount of energy required to break the bond between atoms from the 1 mole of compound. So this is the bond dissociation energy. It is highest for chlorine and it decreases from chlorine to bromine to fluorine, and then it is least for iodine. So actually fluorine should have higher bond dissociation enthalpy, but unexpectedly it has lower bond dissociation energy than bromine and chlorine. And you know, greater the bond dissociation enthalpy, greater is the strength of bond. It means out of these 4 halogens, the covalent bond between 2 chlorine atom, it is the strongest bond, and the bond between iodine, it is the weakest covalent bond. So this is about the bond dissociation enthalpy. And you keep in mind, fluorine has exceptionally lower bond dissociation energy than bromine and chlorine. Then physical properties of group 18 elements. All the group 18 elements, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, all are monoatomic gases at room temperature. They are less soluble or sparingly soluble in water. They have a low melting and boiling point. Basically these are the gases, and when you know gas is compressed and its temperature is lowered, it becomes solid, and that solid has low melting point. And if that particular element exists in liquid state, then its boiling point will be very less. So boiling point of helium is the lowest among all the elements and its boiling point is 4.2 Kelvin. You know that 0 Kelvin means minus 273 degrees centigrade. So it is very close to the 0 Kelvin or minus 273 degrees centigrade. Its boiling point is very low. The next important point, that is the anomalous behavior of oxygen. That is how oxygen shows different characters or different properties than rest of the elements present in the same group, that is group number 16. And you already know that in a given group all the elements are expected to show similar chemical and physical properties. For example, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium, their chemical and physical properties are expected to be same. But exceptionally or unexpectedly, oxygen shows different properties than the rest of the elements, that is sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. For example, oxygen is diatomic, that is it exists as a O2, whereas other elements are polyatomic. You know the well-known polyatomic molecule of sulfur, that is sulfur exists in S8 molecular form and it has a crown structure, that you know. So it is a polyatomic. This is the first difference. Oxygen is diatomic whereas other elements are polyatomic. You know that oxygen is gas at room temperature, whereas other elements, that is sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium, these are the solids at room temperature. Oxygen is paramagnetic whereas other elements are diamagnetic. And difference between paramagnetic and diamagnetic property is paramagnetic substances are attracted towards magnetic field and diamagnetic substances are repelled by magnetic field. So oxygen, it is a paramagnetic, whereas other elements of the same group, these are the diamagnetic. Next important distinction point is oxidation state of oxygen. Common oxidation state is -2, but exceptionally oxygen also shows -1 oxidation state, especially in peroxide, that is hydrogen peroxide. In sodium peroxide, oxygen has a oxidation state of -1, but its stable and common oxidation state is -2. Whereas other elements like sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium, they shows variable oxidation state, that is -2, +2, +4 and +6. Next point is oxygen forms hydrogen bonding, strong hydrogen bonding with hydrogen atom of same molecule or other molecules, whereas other elements, these are not forming hydrogen bond, strong hydrogen bond. Oxygen form ionic compounds, most of the oxides are ionic, whereas the other compounds of other elements are not strongly ionic. Then one of the important hydride of oxygen, it is water, H2O. It exists in liquid state, whereas other hydrides of other elements like H2S, H2Se, H2Te, H2PO, that is hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen selenide, hydrogen telluride and the polonium hydride. So these hydrides are gases. Only hydride of oxygen, that is water, it is in liquid state, whereas other hydrides are gases. Covalency of oxygen is 2 and it cannot be more than 2, but covalency of other elements can be exceed up to 4. Oxygen is able to form p-pi multiple bond, whereas other elements, they are not forming p-pi multiple bonds. Now what is the reason for anomalous behavior of oxygen. So reason for this is, or why oxygen shows different characters than the other elements. Reason for this is, oxygen has too small size as compared to other elements. Its ionization enthalpy is very high as compared to others. Its electronegativity is higher than the others. And most important thing is, in case of oxygen, d orbital is absent. And this is the reason why oxygen shows anomalous behavior. Then anomalous behavior of fluorine. In group number 17, elements are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Again, these elements are expected to show same physical and chemical properties, but exceptionally fluorine shows different properties than the other elements of the same group. For example, and what is the reason of course for anomalous behavior of fluorine? It's too small size as compared to other elements, high electronegativity. Actually fluorine shows highest electronegativity, that is 4, and again low fluorine bond dissociation energy as compared to other elements, and absence of d orbital. So these are the important points because of which fluorine shows anomalous behavior. Now first important point is ionization enthalpy and electronegativity. These are higher than expected as compared to other elements. This is one of the important point of distinction. Ionic radii, boiling point, electron gain enthalpy, these are the lower than expected, or actually there is a specific trend of these physical properties in periodic table from top to bottom. For example, regularly ionization enthalpy decreases, but unexpectedly ionization enthalpy of fluorine is higher. So this is anomalous behavior. Similarly, from top to bottom, ionic radii increases, but ionic radii of fluorine, it is very low than the expected, or as per expected as per the trend. Now next important point is, fluorine is extremely reactive, and when it reacts with other compounds or elements, then its reaction is highly exothermic, reaction is explosive. Whereas other elements, they react with other elements no doubt, but reactions are not that much exothermic or explosive. Then oxidation state of fluorine is -1, whereas other elements shows variable oxidation states. In addition to -1, other elements also shows some positive oxidation states also, but fluorine never shows positive oxidation state. Hydrogen fluoride, this is one of the important compound of fluorine. When it reacts with hydrogen, it forms hydrogen fluoride. Actually this hydrogen fluoride exists in liquid state at room temperature because of hydrogen bonding, whereas other halogens, they form hydrides like HCl, HBr, HI, and in these hydrogen halides, that is HCl, HBr and HI, strong hydrogen bonding is not there. The compounds are ionic. Fluorine forms ionic compound. Ionic characters are more in hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride is a liquid at room temperature, whereas other hydrogen halides are gases at room temperature. HCl, HBr, HI, these are the gases at room temperature. And fluorine does not form polyhalide ion, whereas other halogens can form polyhalide ions. So this is about the anomalous behavior of fluorine.